Hi there, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the FDU Women's Soccer Report on FDUnites.com. Jon Lauder, along with the head coach of the FDU Women's Soccer team, Eric Teepe. Coach, how are you?
Doing good. And yourself?
Doing just fine. The St. Peter's game, home opener. So many school records set, an impressive performance in front of the home crowd, 8-0 the final. Just some thoughts on the effort from your team and how they dominated that game from the beginning of the game to the end.
Well, I mean, they were excited to finally play at home, and I think that had a big part in how we came out playing. Because we've been on the road so much, they really want to jump in and get the goals quickly, which we were able to do. I mean, sometimes you can say, yeah, we want to get this and that, but it takes a long time to get, and we found a way to find the back of the net early, and I think that just opened everything. And then other players that maybe haven't had as much of an opportunity but are deserving of that opportunity showed that they're capable as well.
So offensively, 7 different players scored, 2 from Rachel Hoekstra and then 6 others getting goals. What was it like for you to see so many different players getting involved offensively?
Again, I think it was good. I mean, obviously, sometimes when you have a game that you win by that much, you have some goals that maybe you look back and you're like, that wasn't all that difficult, you know, where I felt looking over the tape, we watched all the goals that we scored, and there was some really nice component about it, whether it was a build-up, whether it was a shot, whether it was the attitude taking the player on. So I think that's a positive thing because you always want to try and score goals that, you know, are going to be type of goals that you're going to get later on in the year.
Now, St. Peter's struggled at times to get past midfield. The defense was really good, especially in the middle of the field. I thought you guys did a great job getting the possession and then quickly getting it back to the offensive side.
Yeah, I mean, I think our defense has been very solid right now. I mean, obviously we're creating a lot of chances going forward, but at the same time, we're really putting a limit on the amount of opportunities other teams are getting at us. And you know, at the end of the day, if you want to win, you know, you have to defend well first and then find a way to score, because there's going to be some games where you don't get that goal, where whether you're still dominating play or creating chances, you just can't hit the back of the net, and that's where you need the defense to step forward.
Now, in your game yesterday against Columbia, a tough loss 2-1. Rachel scores, but you can't get the win there. Some thoughts on that game on the road?
Well, I think a little bit had to do with, you know, we played 2 teams that I think we completely dominated leading in. And I think that slowed our game down just a little bit. So for the first 20, 25 minutes, we came out a little bit flat, which we haven't done recently. And because of that, we fell down because of a couple of defensive breakdowns. You know, from forwards all the way to the back, we fell down 2-0. And then I was really proud of the team at that point. I think we took control of the game from like the 30th minute on. The second half was all one-way traffic, so to speak, and we found one to get back, and we just unlucky not to get the second. But I think it was a good point for us to learn from it, you know. And I think, you know, we came into the game with a little bit of, you know, concern about what they could do to us, and then I think as the game went on, the players realized, listen, it's about us. And you know, we've been telling our team that all year. It's, you know, we want to play our game. We don't want to be concerned with what other teams are doing to us. We want to be able to play our game and make them adjust to us. And I think we didn't do that to start, and I think we did that at the end, which hopefully will lead us into our game this Friday.
Now, the schedule slows up a little bit in terms of the amount of games. You've got the game Friday against Monmouth, then a week before the next game. What do you expect to see from Monmouth at home on Friday?
I mean, look, they're a fast, athletic team. I think they were 18-3 last year, made the tournament, and deservedly so. And they're a good team, you know, and I think it's what we want to do in these out-of-conference games, and that is test ourselves and see what they have and see how we stack up against it. And, you know, I think it's the type of team that they're going to play their game, and hopefully we'll come out and play our game, and we'll see who does a little bit better of a job.
All right, Coach, thanks as always, and good luck on Friday.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
And make sure that you either come out on Friday to University Stadium, 7 o'clock p.m., or watch an NEC front row. We'll have the game for you, FDU against Monmouth. And as always, go to FDUnites.com for the latest and most up-to-date information on FDU women's soccer and all of FDU athletics.